Welcome to the Degenerate Knowledge Podcast. We are your degens for the night. I am your host, former indie wrestler Ultimo Maya. Vic, what are we drinking tonight?
Hey, what's up? Vic de Jefe and my hey, don't forget Joey the White Cuban.
White Cuban.
How you doing, Joey? How you doing, guys? So today we are drinking some Scotch Monkey
Scotch,
Shoulder.
huh?
Never had it before. Did you guys have it before?
Never.
I have not. It's a sick bottle. I like it.
It is a sick
It's
bottle.
simple.
It's a cool website. I
Very
mean, it
cool
said it's
website.
great for mix. Yeah. It said it's great for mix. It says it's great for old fashions. I mean, the tasting notes is honey, orange, and vanilla. But it seems like every freaking drink that we have drank and promoted, not promoted because we don't promote, that we
This is not a paid
highlighted.
sponsorship. This is not a paid sponsorship by Monkey Shoulder is not sponsoring, paying, or kicking back to anything Degenerate Knowledge promotes. This is simply for us to enjoy on cast,
On the company's dime.
on the company's dime.
And that's us. Yeah, no sponsorship, but you know what? I'm doing a shout out with these cats. It's a cool looking bottle, like three little monkeys. I want to try it. I think it's kind of cool. You know, I'm not a much of a Scotch guy, but hey. So yes, you are because you like Chivas.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Chivas.
So on the website,
The-
Victor sent us about this monkey shoulder. One of the main recipes, of course, it's ginger ale, his favorite go-to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna like that.
No, I mean it actually has a good way of mixing stuff. It's kind of cool. So let's try this straight. Scotch is not meant to drink neat. You have to. The proper way is a little warm water. But knowing Wagner, he never follows instructions.
I don't know. I got my water
Straight
right here.
neat.
Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna just pour a little
Just a
of the
little
Scotch. I'm gonna put a
How
little
little?
water.
You know I'm heavy-handed.
Dude, we're gonna be drinking
This
all night.
is how many episodes
This
you guys
right
know me
here.
already.
A proper
Have
drink.
you ever seen that
A
video
proper
where
drink.
the lady with the TikTok, she said 2 ounces of vodka? That's Wagner right there.
No, oh yeah, that's Sarah Lee, and also that video we've been sharing like for quite a few years now. She's making the
Yeah.
old fashioned 3 ounces. It was like 18
It's half
ounces.
a bottle.
Half the bottle.
All right, so a little water, right? It's just a splash.
Just a splash. Just a splash.
Oh, this
Just
is
a
like
splash.
sacrilege to me, man, but I get it. Orale.
It smells great. It has like a white wine scent
It
to
does.
it.
So what are the notes
It
on
really
this scotch that we're drinking today?
Apparently, you didn't pay attention to the intro. Fucking asshole. Honey, orange, and vanilla. Vanilla. Wow, it's not
It's
what
soft.
I
I
expect
like
from
it.
Scotch.
I like it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
I wouldn't have expected it.
But I could
Yeah.
definitely see this being a really good mixer for like an old fashioned. And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I've never really used the Scotch though for an old fashioned. For me, it's always a bourbon or a rye. Never
I can't
a
do
Scotch.
ryes, bro. You love ryes. I just can't.
No, I'm a bourbon guy. I think Joey, you're the rye guy, right?
no
You enjoy
rye.
ryes? No,
I can't do
No.
rye.
I'm not the biggest on ryes. There's only like a handful. I mean, I like the Angel's Envy had a good rye that I had a while back, but then it's Bullet has
Bullet.
a good rye, but I'm not.
And
I don't endorse them.
you know who has a good rye? High West. High West. It again. I'm not a rye guy. If you do enjoy a good rye, that's a brand I highly suggest for you to get. They make a great bourbon. I finished a whole bottle with my partner Larry
Nice.
in one sitting. I mean, it's really worth it.
When are you coming down here?
I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe August or July, maybe sooner than that. I'll probably do like the Orlando area because I gotta hit up some of my family members,
Mhm.
and I really don't want to chill with. I mean, I love Larry and all.
You're sick of him already.
I just.
Hey, man.
No, I mean he's good. I mean we are great friends and we're great pals. Sometimes I just need space because
a
my
younger,
work.
needs his
a
alone
younger
time.
No,
surrounding.
I don't care about young surround. I don't give two shits. It's hilarious seeing these old people trying to hit on me. So, ever told you the story when I first went to visit Larry at his Hunter's Run?
No.
So like for a year, whatever it is, yeah, my partner Victor, my partner this, my partner that, and whatever. And then they always hear him speaking to me over the phone. Oh, so we talk to, yeah, my partner. So
Business
so what I
partner, just to clarify for the viewers
Yeah.
and the listeners. It's
yes, yes.
business partner. This is
So
this is Victor's business
No
partner.
rainbow flags here.
yes, yes. So
Not that we
um
discriminate.
so so when I finally gone to his area, his community, and we're walking around. Yeah, it's my partner Victor. It's like, oh, this is your partner. Oh, he's kind of young.
Your life
Like,
partner.
yeah, yeah, he's like 20 years younger. I mean, but he is oblivious to the whole movement. And I'm walking down. I go, dude, Larry. I said, what? Do me a favor. Say business partner. He's like, what do you mean? You didn't see her face, bro.
She
And there,
lit up.
and all your friends and neighbors said your partner. They thought I was your partner.
He likes him young.
He likes it young. Oh, look at you. He's a little candy.
Yeah, you got yourself a little Latin boy.
A little spice to it. Mm-mm.
Makes you
Está
exotic.
rico. Are you Cuban, baby? No, I'm not.
So, with the news that I gave you guys before we signed on, I'm obviously not going to be coming to Miami, to New York.
Oh,
Okay.
Because I'll that's going to go into effect, I think, like the 29th.
sweet.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Always
yeah,
next time.
it sucks, but it's yeah. So we'll see what's going on. I mean, not a good setting to kind of start
Yeah.
one thing and then
Take some
you know
time off in the beginning. Yeah.
yeah, not cool. So I'm
Look,
gonna
I
have
mean,
to plan around a little bit.
for what it's worth, I always say to you guys, always know your worth.
Fuck yeah,
Always
man.
know your worth and move
Fuck yeah.
forward. And, no one's gonna be satisfied until its own thing. And not everyone is built to be his own boss.
Mm-hmm.
But know your worth.
Yeah,
If
man.
there's a point in time, you gotta say, you know what, it's enough, right? But there's also a point in time when you think the right decision is to move, is not to move.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned that because I learned a lot from my last company, you know, especially networking, and that helped me build, my company today.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I left when I wanted to leave, I wouldn't get connections to Robert or to
Yeah.
Elliot or other people's that really help feed my business what I can do. And it sometimes, the good thing is to sit there and learn, do what is worth, right?
Fuck
Do
yeah.
what you're getting paid for,
Yeah, man.
because bosses don't care if you do the extra stuff, right?
Mm-mm.
And they promote mostly people who don't do the extra stuff because they're doing their job.
Yeah.
If you do extra stuff and say, oh, look, why I'm going to advance somebody
Who's doing everything already?
who's doing everything
Fuck yeah,
okay and
man.
then saving my company's money. I mean, look, I'm a boss. I'm telling you
Mm-hmm.
straight out. I never, ever, ever, especially you guys who used to work with me, I never say you worked for me, even though I was your boss.
Yeah.
But I never had that type of thing. Obviously, certain cases I had to
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
all right, enough is enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I always say, hey, we work together, right? And I always say, take your break, dude. I don't want to see you eating lunch at the desk. I want you to take your hours, take your PTO.
We also didn't want to
Oh,
see me, drinking at my
Yeah.
desk, but we did it anyways.
I
Other
heard you drinking
the
your
other
desk
activities.
every single time.
There was other shit going on.
No, but I mean, it's important. And it's definitely important to know your worth, man.
Yeah,
But,
man.
at the same time, have fun.
Mm-hmm.
I see people who's working and who's doing that quiet
Oh, the
quitting
quiet quitting.
thing. I'm
That's
like,
a new trend too.
leave already. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to use you up. I'm going to use the shit out of you. And then, either you're going to leave on your own will,
Or you
or
get booted
you can
when you
get
get the
booted.
boot. Yeah.
Because for me, what's important for me, it is, a team connect, right?
Mm-hmm.
If there's no connect, if there's like I don't care if you square, you odd, whatever case may be, but if there's no like like a chemical connect, like a family type of
Chemistry.
thing, a chemistry.
Chemistry.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's workspace chemistry.
It doesn't make sense. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, a workspace, because we spend more time together than you
Than we do with
spend
our
with.
families. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now look at us. We're starting our own podcast. We're Partners.
And we're still doing it.
Partners. Yeah, partners, and then we do a podcast. Someone's in the archives.
Some shit isn't. Yeah, man.
It's
There's more
okay.
shit in our
We're gonna do.
archives now than we have floating around.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah,
We
no,
could save 'em for a
yeah.
later date.
Yeah, we could live for a date. But I mean, look, not everything that we record is gonna be is gonna be posted
Yeah.
up. And sometimes if people's like, why you do it? Because I love hanging out with my boy Wags.
Yeah.
I love hanging out with
This
my
is-
boy Joey. And this, like, we talked about this, and this is for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
And might as well record it and have some stupid motherfucker listen in. It's like,
And
why waste my
comment.
time?
Yeah.
Enjoy the conversation.
Enjoy the conversation.
That's pretty much it.
Use it as fuel to shit on us.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, but don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe,
Comment
smash
below.
that like, hit the notification bell, so you know what's going on.
So Vic, what's on the agenda today? What are we talking about?
Today agenda, we have quite a good stuff going on today. Especially one thing I'm going to show you soon that happened to me a couple of times in Oni, New York. And some hillbilly shit.
So we're talking
There's
Florida.
always some hillbilly shit.
That could
And
be
Wagner
Florida.
shared some hillbilly, maybe a Florida guy tattoo, which is weird. Obviously, Wagner's food and rants, which is always money. Joey, you have your shitty picks, so you're betting on the Masters, and we told him some gold. So I think, and more importantly, we are drinking
Liquid gold.
Liquid gold.
liquid gold.
Salud.
Gold. Cheers, boys.
But pretty much we'll go with the flow. So I'm interested to share this video here. So yeah, this happened to me a couple of times. If you guys remember, I think my last car, not the last car, the second to last car, I had that copper
Santa Fe.
orange Santa Fe, that one.
Mm-hmm.
This happened to me 2 weeks in when I got the car.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah, so, and then the messed up part is you can't find the part because it's so new.
Mm-hmm.
So the only dealership that had it had to go to Yonkers and pick it up.
I have a real love-hate relationship with New York right now, but it's really a lot of hate because who the fuck does this?
Damn bull.
Who does this, bro? Like, with the amount of shit I gotta go through in New York City, I really fucking hate it. Because who does this shit? Oh, my God.
So pretty much for those...
I have a real love-hate relationship with...
There we go. Sorry. So pretty much for those who are listening besides watching, the guy's side mirror, not the whole unit, but the mirror, they stole the mirror.
On
I'm
both
assuming they
sides,
heated
too.
and
You guys
censored.
Did
Yes.
dirty there.
So I can kind of feel this guy's pain, and I'll tell you why. A few years ago, when I had just gotten myself a brand new Scion. It was like, if you guys remember the Scion TCs, I got mine brand new out of the box. I think maybe like a year or two after, I was coming back from a show that I was wrestling on, and I was fucking exhausted. It was a long ass drive, and at that time, I was a wrestler, so I had, like many of us, I fell into, pills and drugs and all that shit. And I fell asleep at the wheel. I'm clean and sober now, thankfully, with the exception of the alcohol. This is my, vice. But I fell asleep at the fucking wheel 3 blocks from my house. I just drifted, and I drifted into another fucking car, and I swiped my fucking mirror. Gone. I was like, fuck yeah. And that's what woke me up. And I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? I thought I hit somebody. I was like, all right, let me get out. I stopped. I got out, make sure I didn't hit anybody. Didn't hit anybody. Just drifted into another car. And, I was young and stupid. I didn't give a fuck. It was like 3 a.m. too. I was like, I got my car, and I was like, let me get the fuck home. So I got home. The next morning, I had to do that walk around the car, that scary ass walk around the car to make sure I didn't have like body part or brains on my window. Scariest shit ever. And I noticed that my side view mirror was gone. My fender was like not smashed in, but it was like it was
messed up.
It was
And you had
banged
some
up,
paint coming off too.
yeah. So it wasn't like it went head on. I kind of like just rubbed against another car, and like our side views clipped each other.
It happens to
But
me multiple times.
so
Riding.
I had to fucking replace the mirror. I got the mirror replaced or whatever. I didn't bother getting the body work done right away. I kind of just let that lag a little bit. But that fucking that mirror plate, just the plate of the glass, gets mounted onto the housing itself. Just that fucking plate is like $100.
Yep. Yep.
Just the plate,
So I told you when my Santa Fe, not one side, both sides.
both.
Both sides. The other side happened to me twice because it's heated. Some mirrors not
Oh.
heated. If it's heated and
Even
censored,
more money.
it's $250.
And I can only imagine what they are
Okay.
now.
So years before I started, before I started leasing whatever it is, and I just bought a used car. But I bought this used car. It was a 2006 Nissan Sentra. It had like 10,000 miles. I got it from my friend. I love that car, and that's a car that I got the car accident when the truck with the two trailers hit me.
Mm.
I damaged disc and nerves, but I was saved by the grace of God because I was not dead. The cop looked at me and said, "Dude,
How'd you walk
I'm
out
not
of
sure
here?
how you survived." So, something about that vehicle. How many times I have hit the damn side mirror and it ripped off to the point I went to the same body shop. The guy didn't charge me no more. He's like, "You know what? I saw you 4 times.
This
You
one's on
got the
me.
part. I will just do it for you. It's in the house because I made enough money off of you. He was pity for me, but I'm like, all right, cool. But I got no pity. When 2 weeks out of the lot, someone stole my mirror, and I cannot order it online or get an aftermarket one or whatever it is.
They haven't made enough parts yet.
And then I have to drive to Yonkers, and I have no side mirror to look how I'm driving. I have my poor wife looking at both sides.
Am I good? Am I good over there, hun?
I'm good out here. I'm good. Put your hands out. Put your hands out. I can't see shit. I telling you, man. It was, oh man, fucking New York, bro.
That only
Always
happens in the
something.
city too.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
something. And the damn potholes.
So what's
too.
that thing that
Before that,
the Sun convertible that they're stealing too? That's very valuable with these new cars.
that it is the Cadillac.
There you go.
converter.
Yeah,
So that
All the
compresses.
catalytics, yeah.
So
There's
that
there's
compresses.
platinum.
that's
in
like
them,
the
that's
number
why.
one theft
Yeah.
part in all cars.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
And they're
I saw a video
expensive.
the other
They're
day.
expensive,
Yeah.
man.
Oh yeah.
A
I've seen the
catalytic
prices of
converter,
those.
they can go anywhere from like 1,200 and up. Yeah, they're expensive.
I saw a video the other day. The guy put barbed wire around
Smart.
it, camera, sensors. I'm like, dude, fucking move out of your
Yeah,
hood.
exactly. That means you're now living in a safe area.
You're not in a good spot.
exactly.
You know, I mean, look, someone still go ahead, steal my shit. I have full coverage. You take it to call hey, someone stole my shit. It's fully
We're
covered.
also in Bergen County,
mean,
where it's one of the safest counties in all of America.
It is safer out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing, because that's the thing, you as a Bergen County resident feel that it's safe, and it might be, but that's where all these shitty motherfuckers are going from their shitty neighborhoods to rip people off. They're not ripping people off in their own neighborhood, no, because those nice guys aren't there.
Yeah, but you know what? Bergen County might be blue. It is a blue county.
Very safe.
Very safe. You know, I mean, it has its spots. It has its moment. Like the craziest thing that happened. Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing that happened was a few years ago. Some lady chopped her husband's head off and buried the body in the Bronx.
Okay, that's some
Bergenfield.
That's
some
once in
crazy
a blue
shit,
moon.
right? It was a blue moon, and then I think something happened like 2 years ago. The guy I think he was senile or had Alzheimer's. He's running down naked to the main strip.
Yeah.
That's the only craziest shit that happened, like in Bergenfield. I mean, stuff happens the other way around. And look, there is no 100% safe community, right?
Yeah.
But Bergenfield, very blue, but blue, they love their guns. So,
I think for the most part. That
I mean that, but it's what I enjoy about my neighborhood. Always Wagner's. You know what I enjoy about my neighborhood? Like the neighbors really do care about
the people around them.
hear around
Yeah.
them, and they say, "Hey, so they pick it up. Oh, Victor's out of town. I see his garbage full. I'll put the garbage out
Yeah.
there for you." I mean, like, it's just that love, bro.
Mhm.
It was like back in the day when we was growing up and how the community was. It's not there no more.
Nah, I
But
didn't
when
like
we
that.
moved here, like you felt that love. Everybody's happy to see each other. Everybody's talking. Everybody knows about their first names. It's just a good
Victor
thing.
relies on that help when come wintertime when he blows out his back shoveling the snow. He needs to
And he
shovel
needs
his
he
papers.
needs somebody's kids to shovel his driveway.
I have a snowblower,
Do
and I
you?
do help out and do their
Somehow your back is gonna get blown out.
I don't miss having to shovel snow, not one bit.
No,
No, I don't miss that
I
shit at all, dude.
I don't mind it the first night,
Fuck no.
but when it snows and it's ice over ice over
That's
ice,
slush, too.
that's when
Heavy
That's
as
one of the reasons I
oh
left, dude. That's one of the reasons I left New York. I couldn't deal with that shit anymore. Dude, bad knees. Fuck, I didn't have a snowblower or nothing, dude.
So
you have
And then
snowblower.
shh. Yeah, dude, like, and it sucked it too because, like, once me and Chris moved out, like, once I moved out and we moved into our own place together, when it would snow, my dad had to shovel, and I would feel bad, so I would, make my way to my parents' house to help my dad shovel out a little bit, But then it sucks because I'm sore the next fucking day. Meanwhile, like, where me and Chris lived, like, the lady's son would snow blow like the whole block and our like walkway, which was awesome because I never had to fucking lift a shovel.
Yeah,
Not
I mean, I don't mind doing the snow, and I mean, I do it mostly for my son to actually do some work. You take the snowball out, like no, do it manually. It's not heavy, and then whenever it is, like, all right, here you go, do it. But my snowblower, bro, it was ice on ice. I got it. I got AC Moore's to deliver it.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, I ate through that ice. It was like no
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Even my neighbors came out like, dude, that's an awesome snowblower. My snowblower does that shit. What brand is this? It was Turbo, whatever it was.
I'm lucky enough to live in
Dude, I
a
love it.
parking garage, so I don't have to worry about any rain, any snow, no ice.
Oh, nice.
I just,
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
but my car
Yeah, I
sucks in
used
the
to hate
snow,
that
so
shit. Oh, you switched up already? You're on ice?
on ice.
No, I mean, I'm still working.
Not the ice that we smoke, just in case people are listening. Ice.
No, that was
in the
not my
in the
drug of
drink.
choice. That was never my drug of choice. Fuck that.
First of
You
all,
can
I
tell
don't
because
know.
I still got all my teeth.
and you still have
Still got my teeth, and it's real too. It's real.
you still have your brains too.
Dude, some of my hillbilly shit. We are going to talk about some hillbilly shit. Was hilarious, but I don't understand. Look, I know people who suffer through addiction, and a lot comes from depression and family trauma. Why you want to inject hot heroin into your body, smoking crack?
Hey, you know what? If I knew the world
don't
was
know.
ending tomorrow, the first thing I'd do is shoot up heroin. I want to know how it feels.
So,
I mean,
Hey, if we knew a nuclear bomb was dropping tomorrow, give me all the heroin.
no, this
Oh
is not. I'm
my
not going where you
gosh.
think. I'm not going where you think I'm going. All right.
I gotta mute myself.
No, I'm not going where you think I'm going. So you guys know that I enjoy food and shit, but there is a chef, a well-known chef who's Asian. He was originally born in like Singapore and stuff like that. He's Singaporean. His name is Chef Brian Sao. He's got a spot in Brooklyn actually. It's a Mission Sandwich Social or something like that. No promotion.
That's in
Is it Williamsburg?
Dumbo, right?
It's in
Downtown
Williamsburg.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, Williamsburg.
Was it Williamsburg?
Williamsburg,
Or Dumbo?
yeah.
Is it Williamsburg?
He in one of his podcasts, he was talking about like he had gone when he was living in China, he was like going through all kinds of shit, and he went through a drug phase where he was like partying hard, and he did heroin once. He was like, and it was the most amazing feeling that he ever did. And the next day he called his parents and told them to fly him down because he was like, if I stay here, I will be in trouble with this shit. He was like, I want out of here. So
Look,
no, I wasn't going where you thought I was going to go.
Joey,
But
you and
no,
I
the way
must
that
have
he
a
described
conversation.
it, The way he described it was just like he was like it was the most phenomenal feeling I've ever did. He was like I liked it way too much, and I knew that if I stayed in China, that I probably would have like ended up a junkie.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, look, I mean, jokes aside, people do go a whole lot of shit,
Yeah.
and we don't know when you walk down, the street or driving, going to Walmart, Target, or whatever you shop, what people are facing, right?
Hmm.
And then there are people who you look at them, you have no idea. Actually, there's a video, I think it was in Instagram. It was these two dudes going to the soccer game, the football game, this proper football, right? And every single time, and the one guy is always like stressed, whatever it is, and then he's always excited. The other guy was always excited to bring him, and then they score. He's always jumping around and
Hmm.
whatever it is, and then the towards the end of the video is the guy who always looks stressed. He brings the scarf of the sport team and put it in that chair. And towards the end of the video, it says, "Yeah, you don't know what people are going through. Even if you see if they happy and excited, that person went through stress and anxiety, or whatever the case may be. I'm not sure he committed suicide. I'm not sure of the whole storyline behind it,
Hmm.
but you just don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that have like dark secrets and what
Hmm.
they do just to relieve themselves, to cut themselves.
Hmm.
It's some crazy shit. I mean, if that's the case and that's what you're going through, and you listen to our podcast and other podcasts just to vent or whatever it is, to let go, and if you're going through at that moment, I ask, please seek help, somebody, a friend, just to talk to, if
Yeah.
you're going through that type of trauma.
I
It's
mean,
very
I
important.
think everybody has some kind of uh, propensity to addiction. It's just a matter of what it is that you're addicted to. It could be alcohol, it could be gambling, it could be, you know, drugs, whatever. Everybody has their different drug of choice. Some people, it could be some kind of rush, whatever it is that gives you some kind of an adrenaline rush that you're addicted to.
Yeah,
I have an addictive personality. I battled long with addiction when it came to, and it was 15 years of pro wrestling. I'd say it was a good
hmm
5 6 years of not necessarily, I wouldn't say hard drugs, but I wasn't like shooting shit or anything like that. But it was the pills, because we're on the road and we're in pain and shit like that. So it's easy to just, I'll take two and I'll be good and I'm set for my match. And then it's just
yeah,
like, all right, well, if two kind of makes me feel okay for me to work through my match, I'll take two before my match, and then I'll take two after my match, and I'm set, and I'm whatever. But then after we have our show, we party, and we're throwing alcohol on top of it. And
yeah,
if you want to carry that feeling, so it's I'll pop another two, and this is gonna feel amazing.
yeah.
So it's easy to get
Even
carried away,
Mm.
Yeah, I mean,
you
I
know.
mean, there's drugs, there's sex,
Yeah,
there's even work. Work could be addictive. It
yeah,
could be a personality. You know, so many things.
Yeah, there's
yeah.
a lot of
So many
addictions.
things that people don't realize, that what we supplement to hide a void. Like, no, there's no stranger. I'm an open book. You guys know that my mother died of overdose. So,
Mm,
it's just seeing, and that because she got a knee replacement, she got addicted to pain meds, and this it was every pain manager just gave her more
give you
pain
meds.
meds.
Yeah.
There's meds and meds and meds and meds and meds and meds and meds. No one target the true root of the pain,
Hmm.
you know? And it's sad because it happens mostly in poor communities, people who don't know better. Not because they're not smart. It's just that's not their field of study,
Hmm.
and then they have this high reverence and respect of doctors, say, "Hey, this is going to help you." But at the end of the day, it doesn't help you. This is why I'm against pills. I mean, look, I take pills I had for my stomach because I need to, because of my condition. But if you see me take an aspirin or ibuprofen because I'm in pain, like my wife has to like drug me and say, "Hey, babe, take this stuff because your whole allergies is driving me insane. If you don't take this, I'm gonna fuck you up." I have no choice. She's tiny and she scares the shit out of me. But then I'll take the damn bloody pills. But that's like my last resort. but you
Like,
know, it just sucks, man. It just sucks.
a lot of it
But
is just a matter of managing. When it comes to pills for like pain and shit, if it usually starts through some kind of an injury, right?
yeah,
And I've been through 4 knee surgeries, and I had the
I know.
surgery that was botched, and that was rough.
Yeah,
To be in a wheelchair for as long as I was. And then I had my knee replacement, and my biggest fucking fear was there. I know it's going to be a rough surgery because of the type of knee replacement that I was having.
yep.
And you guys saw how bruised I was bruised for
Oh
a
yeah.
month
Yep.
from ass cheek to ankle.
Yeah, I know.
And it was rough, and I was in so much pain, and I was like terrified to take pain meds because I was like scared to like fall back into that shit. And my wife literally at one point had to like, you need to take this shit because I couldn't fucking
Yeah,
manage it. It was
I
rough.
actually remember you came in the office and say, "Hey, hold this for me."
Hold this shit for
You
me.
know,
I can't
hold this for
take
me.
this
I'm
shit
like,
away from
okay,
me.
all right.
It gets rough, and then it's just like, all right, well, I don't want to fall into this shit again. How do I manage the pain? How do I actually like manage the pain? And then my surgeon sat down and was like, this is how you're going to manage your pain properly, and you're going to take it on this schedule. So
Yeah,
it's a matter of like staggering your dosage a little bit. So it was just like, all right, you're going to take your Percocet at this time, and then 2 hours after you take your Percocet, you're going to take this ridiculously high dosage of ibuprofen.
yeah,
And then 2 hours before this wears off, you're going to take your next dose of this. And it's just a matter of maintaining the pain medication in your system so that your pain receptors don't start firing off. And that's how I managed it. And then eventually I started to come down off of everything. And it was just, all right, I don't need this shit anymore. I'm going to, instead of using opioids, I started using the THC, the gummies.
Mm.
And
yeah.
those, I got such good sleep. I got better sleep on the gummies than I did when I was in on the fucking Percocets.
All right, all right. Let's move a little forward because
Yeah,
there's
we kind of killed a little time there.
yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
Sometimes
we get a little.
we talk about
We get a
something,
little personal, with the boys.
we
We
get a little
forget that you guys are
personal.
here.
Yeah, and it's we want to make sure those who are listening for the first time or listening, thank you for listening. We just want you to know that we actually do care. So the next video is some hillbilly shit, the most hilarious shit I have seen. These guys have not seen it yet, so it's good. So I mean, I'm telling you, bro. So let me explain. All right,
Oh, it
Oh,
comes
two
with an
big ass
explanation. Comes with an
dudes
oh,
explanation.
in the
Oh, damn. Okay.
country. I'm assuming Florida. I'm trying to look at the cop's badge to see where it is. And these guys are wasted out of their minds. And the cops trying to figure out what the hell. So again, if you guys listening, that's the best I could explain. I advise you to go to YouTube and watch the video, which is here on our podcast.
Hey, tell him to hang out real quick.
In the red truck too.
Okay. Okay.
This cop is like, I have no idea what the hell just happened.
I don't even want to ask what that was.
This is some hillbilly shit.
Look at the dude. Laying there throwing shit to the cops.
so that 500-pound guy.
So
that 500-pound guy. Dear life. Is hanging
I've
seen the extended video of this, and man,
Oh, you did?
they keep throwing beer bottles at the cops, and the cop. And later in the video, they're like, "Have you ever seen anything like this?" The guy's hanging on for dear life.
So that's not Florida.
No,
That's not Florida.
That's not
that's
Florida.
got to
I
be like
have no
Alabama
idea,
or something like that.
Those look like the backwoods of like
West
where
Virginia?
where they moonshine. Yeah, those look like the backwoods. So like those guys are probably driving into a holler somewhere to try and like get home. But that's definitely not Florida.
I'm like, I saw that. I'm like,
that ain't
that's
us.
funny, bro.
That ain't us.
That's funny. Like, I'm not sure if I could do that and get away with that. They probably should.
No, they would have shot us by then.
They would have definitely. I mean,
What's your last name? Castillo.
No, taser me. I mean, Joey might get away with it.
Probably.
Yeah, you're light enough.
Possibly.
I mean, yes.
You don't
So
fit
far, how
the
you guys liking
mold.
the drink?
Pretty good. I
I'm switching
actually
over
really
to
like
ice
it.
right now.
Like, just start with the ice. It's really.
So I had my ice in my glass here. So as it melted, I'm going to use that same water to add
It's
into it. Or
honestly.
do I not need to? No, because it's on ice, so I don't need
It's
the water at this
it's
point.
not
Then.
your typical
I mean,
Scotch.
again,
I found like this is more so
it
like
is not
it's
typical
very
Scotch,
smooth,
which is
not harsh.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, it's very smooth. It's not typical Scotch. I mean, I like Pinch. Pinch is my family's Scotch. They love it.
You mentioned Pinch.
Yeah,
When
you
we were
should try
trying,
it.
yeah, I saw it
Yeah,
was right by this when I was at the liquor store.
yeah.
And I'm not a big
Okay.
Scotch type of person either. And this actually is doable.
My mother-in-law is a Scotch person. Like we could kill a bottle of Chivas Regal like between the two of us at some kind of family dinner. She'll probably like this. I'll put her
Go ahead,
onto
No, I
it.
definitely want to also try this making an old fashioned as well. Like I'm interested in making it with even the ginger ale and the old fashioned. I'm gonna definitely give that a try.
Oh, did you guys saw the video that I sent of when they're making the Jaeger Bomber margarita?
I don't believe
No.
so.
Yeah, so they replaced the tequila and
Oh.
put it with Jaeger. No, I heard it's phenomenal. I want to try it.
You ready to do Jaeger bombs?
My Jaeger days are kind of over.
You know what?
No.
You know what? We should plan a trip, Joey. We should put in the books. We should go out
Oh, yeah.
there and do a live show in Mr. Wagner's
In the-
house.
Right
we
on the
eat
water.
like kings because Wagner would be just chefing it
Dude.
up the whole time.
No, what's gonna happen is he's gonna look at me. I'm like, fuck
Like,
it, I'm
here
gonna
you
grill.
go.
I'm
Eat
gonna
some
grill.
bread.
Sit your ass down,
Just
motherfucker.
have-
I'm
There's
gonna
your
grill.
grill right there, bro. Get
There you
started.
go.
Wagner,
You know I love
you'll give him a
grilling.
fishing pole and be like, "Hey, go fetch your own dinner."
Fish and whatever you fish out of the lake, you gotta cook.
Loco. Yeah, that's right. That's
Dude,
right.
you know what's cool? I saw otters in the lake last weekend.
Awesome.
Wow.
So we have a seawall, right? But my neighbor doesn't have a seawall. She has a long slope that leads right into the water.
Okay.
So occasionally, like the otters, like some of the wildlife will come up the bank and then up onto her backyard lawn. So this otter like just crept up out of nowhere onto her lawn, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Babe, give me the shrimp out of the fucking
Oh, I thought
freezer.
get
Give
your
me
gun.
No. And she's like,
You gotta
"Rick."
shoot the otter.
I'm out there with like a bowl of just like frozen shrimp, and I'm like trying to throw it. I don't want to get too close because I don't want to spook it. And I'm like throwing it into her yard, and
Dude, otters are dangerous, bro. They could fuck you up, and they're poisonous
Are they?
too.
no, they're not. You're thinking platypus.
Yeah, yes,
I didn't
thank you.
think they were
Thinking of
Platypus.
platypus.
Otters, no, otters are
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
They're social. They're extremely
So
social.
Wagner, do
That's
you
right.
get
We
any
had-
gators in your backyard?
Yeah, we had a gator on my neighbor's lawn because she doesn't have the seawall.
Right.
She there was a gator on her lawn a couple of months ago, and Chris was out walking the big boy, and she's like went out there and she just heard like a rustling and then something like just go right into the water,
Wow.
and it spooked her. And then when she kind of like her eyes came into focus, she saw what it was, and she was like, "That fucking thing was huge." And I did see, I think I might have sent you guys video footage of a gator in the lake, like just crossing my backyard at one point.
Yes. That
Maybe
was a
you
few
guys
months
remember.
ago. Like a
Yeah,
couple months
that was
ago.
a small
Yeah.
one. That was a small
Yeah.
one. But I got spooked a few weeks back. There was a huge splash while I was out there. I was like, what the fuck was that? But we have like huge fish in there. We have really big catfish in the lake. We have Florida gar. We have the gars in there as well. And we have some big mouth bass. We have some large cichlids. We have some tilapia. So a lot of these fish, when they're like breaking the water to catch whatever's on the surface, it's a huge splash. And depending on how big it is, it's
pretty
really
cool.
loud. You hear that shit all night.
So, Wag, I have a question.
Mhm.
Can you take out like a rowboat out in
Yeah.
your lake, or you need a
I
permit for that?
could. I mean, there's boats that cross our lake all the time.
Oh, so you see random
I
people
don't know.
boating right along your lake?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's people boating all the time. Yeah, a little
Do you
raft
own
boats.
partial of your lake, or that's just the
No.
okay? So that's the towns. Okay.
Yeah. If I have a boat, I could build a dock in my backyard and dock my boat in my.
But
in
do you
my
need a
backyard.
permit and license for that to dock?
You would have your captain's license
Okay.
and your boat is registered. But if I want to
but
like
that's
get like
for
a
a
little
row.
dinghy, if
Yeah,
if
a
I would, if
rowboat. You
my dinghy would still have to
Mhm.
be registered and stuff
a
with
rowboat has to be registered with no
not a
motor.
rowboat. I think like if you have like a little trolling motor on it, it has to be
You can
registered.
almost take a
Okay.
kayak and just go kayaking along your
Yeah,
lake. That's pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and go
I'm sure
fishing.
you. Yeah,
That'd be kind of
that's
cool.
different. But I mean, I wouldn't put a kayak in the lake with knowing that there's gators in
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
I've seen a few kayaks, like some rowers and stuff like that, from time to time, but I wouldn't put myself in something so small, knowing that there's gators in my lake.
Mm.
Okay.
So what do we got next?
What we got next? We got your segment next. So
Oh,
what you
which
gonna
one?
bitch about today?
Which one?
Which
No. I have one saved towards the end
All right.
because I have a lot of questions,
Some
bro.
thoughts on that?
Of that tattoo pick, I have a lot of questions, bro. A lot of questions. So I actually shrunk your video down. Like I took off like 30 seconds.
Okay.
So because no one wants to see your fucking face. You see your face.
Taking
in the box.
shots.
That's beautiful
There's
face.
there's
I don't want
this,
to see this beautiful face.
There you go.
This
There you
beautiful
go.
face.
There you go. All right.
Fuck, this lighting is bright as shit.
But look. You know, what's a good part today. No interruption, no mess up. Everything was
God,
working
you finally
great,
got
right?
you finally got your shit together.
I
Huh? Would you
know.
defrag your computer?
No. I should go buy a new one eventually.
How old is it?
This is about 4 years old.
You still got like the pipe, screensaver?
Oh yeah,
No.
that one. Oh yeah,
Dude, is that nice
one.
fucking 1999?
You got like a Rosario?
Go ahead, Wags. Explain your show here.
Run through.
Dude, the food looks great. If guys was listening in, this Wagner's grilling in his little backyard, lake. Got shrimps, clams, sausages. See, the only thing I would tell you to do, because I was looking at your charcoal, try to use wood chips. Because you could use it in your type of grill.
Yeah.
And you put it to one side and
Okay.
see how the smoke affects. I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
So what you saw there, for the listener, and the viewer, you guys know it was WrestleMania weekend this weekend. I'm a huge wrestling fan, as you know, being a wrestler for 15 years. I'm a fan, and I did it for so long, so I enjoy it. And there's nothing else that's my sport.
WrestleMania's Super Bowl. I enjoy watching that.
Yeah, it's like Super Bowl. Yeah, it's like Super Bowl Sunday for me. So WrestleMania was 2 nights. It was Saturday and Sunday. So I did some grilling. It was awesome. I did culat steaks, or if you're Latin American, it's called a picanha. It's a very popular cut in Cuba. It's a popular cut with the Brazilians. Essentially, it's the sirloin cap, the big fat, nice thick fat cap on top. So I did those on the long spears like they typically do over charcoal. I did some chicken kebabs as well on the skewers, some clams over charcoal, some shrimp. Came out amazing. Awesome time. I enjoyed it. I put the surround sound on. Me and the wife watched Saturday together, hung out, watched that, ate, relaxed, drank, partied. Just the two of us. It's not like just the two. It's not like I have like I could call my boys and be like, "Yo, come over. We'll watch WrestleMania. Let's have some beers." But no, it was an awesome pay-per-view. Enjoyed it.
I have to chime in with the
Really-
pay-per-view. They did a great job bringing back some of the Attitude Era that I grew up on. The Undertaker, John Cena. It was pretty cool to see those old cats.
Yeah, it was awesome. A lot of surprises.
If I wasn't sick and then I had anything going on this weekend, I would have I would have fly out there and join you. By the way, you know I would,
Yeah.
because I'm itching to get out of my house, bro. Itching, itching, itching.
He's like, get me
And
away
you know
from
what?
this woman.
And the next time I fly out is with my wife and my kids to Mexico. My coño, man, I need a
This is
break.
like it's like this. He's chained up right now.
Chained up. They got you like
She got my
this.
balls. She got my balls. She's 5'2".
She lets you see him every now and then. She pull him out of the purse.
Yeah, she put out the purse. And she's like, "Here you go.
Remember these?
Remember these?"
But no, it was really good. The steaks came out amazing. It was the first time I did steaks that way, particularly this particular cut. That's traditional for how you have that. If you went to like a Brazilian steakhouse where they do rear dijo, it's usually on a long skewer. And it's over charcoal and it's awesome. So I was happily surprised at how good it came out. The fat charred a little bit too much, a little bit more than I would have liked, but
Mhm.
I'm on the right track to do it the way it definitely comes out. The meat
Did
itself
you
was great.
tenderize it?
No, I didn't need to. The picanha cut is extremely tender.
Oh, okay.
So it has the fat of that you would find in like a ribeye, and
Mhm.
that tenderness that you would find in like a filet mignon.
Sounds delicious.
Really, really, really delicious cut, dude. Like it doesn't need like any pounding or anything like that.
Wow.
And with that,
So-
like you want to cut it nice and thick too.
So no anger talks today.
No ranting, no rant today.
No, man. I mean, it's been a low key week, you know.
Wow.
Like,
It was
I
WrestleMania
mean,
weekend.
I'm still, yeah, exactly. I was just about to say, I'm still on this WrestleMania high.
And Cody
you know?
Rhodes, the
So,
new
like,
champ.
Cody Rhodes won it.
You know,
It
to be
was
honest,
exciting to
I
see
haven't
that.
seen
It's
it.
pretty cool.
My son did, and he was
Yeah.
so stoked to see The
Yeah.
Rock back
Oh,
and
oh,
all
yeah.
that stuff.
Dude, it's like
And the
flashbacks
Rock is the
like
perfect
Attitude
heel.
Era.
I love him as a heel. He is
Such a
awesome.
good heel. Such
And
a
then
good heel.
it was so cool because for a while my son was super excited, about wrestling, and when he
Mhm.
first met Wagner, he was like super stoked. Wagner's this wrestler, pro wrestler, whatever it is,
Oh, he's on the indies. Fuck him.
Yeah, and then no, but after that she's like, oh, whatever. But now he's back into it, whatever. And then just seeing him like super excited, and to see him like oh, like, this happened, all this stuff
Yeah.
was super
Well, I
awesome.
think we're
Like,
also
yeah,
seeing
that's
a
cool.
better viewing of wrestling now that
better
Triple
product.
H runs the show. Now it's a much better product.
It's been really good. It has some of those. It has a little bit. I don't want to say that it's pop culture.
No,
I
but it's
wouldn't
got its
call
own
it that.
storylines.
But it's cool. It has that. It has a little bit of that. A little bit of that edgy Attitude Era feel, with it still while it's still being PG because they're a PG product. But
Yes,
it's
for
been
sure.
really enjoyable to watch. The storylines have been pretty good and engaging. So it's not like, oh, this again. Like, I mean,
but
it's been good.
Like my only ripe is like I have gone to SmackDown, right?
Mhm.
I went to Barclays, whatever, and see
Mhm.
that. I just wish they should have it is have the announcements, what's going on live, and people speaking. When you're there, you're only seeing the wrestling.
Oh, you
Like
mean
hear
the
the
UFC.
nothing.
commentary?
Yeah,
You want to
hear
hear the
absolutely
commentary
nothing.
on microphone, on audio.
Yeah, you
I
hear
don't know. All
It's
nothing.
sports are like
distracting.
that. Yeah, all sports. You go to baseball
At
games,
that point,
football
it's
games.
Yeah,
distracting.
but see, wrestling, pro wrestling is not. I mean, it is a sport. I'm not
Mhm.
saying it's not a sport. It is a sport because it's a craft of
Yeah.
of acting and stunts and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But what makes it exciting is to hear the
It is
Oh,
the
yeah.
commentary.
commentary. Yeah.
Besides
Yeah.
basketball, it's all about the technique,
Mhm.
or baseball, it's all about this game sucks, or football is all about whatever the case may be, right?
Yep.
Wrestling, it feeds off of that, and
It
then when you hear
definitely
And you have
adds
the
a
character of each
component.
wrestler,
Yeah.
and it goes into
I agree with you to an extent, and
Yeah.
and I can understand your view as the fan, but I also have the performer's view and I do because I've been to shows and I've been in shows where I was in the ring performing, and it was a show where there was like the commentary was on speaker.
Mhm.
I hated it.
Okay.
It wasn't an enjoyable experience. As a performer, it does nothing for you because it kind of like it's a distraction for the performer.
Gotcha.
I was a part of one show that was structured that way, and I absolutely hated it because the
But
same thing,
maybe
like
a blend.
it's no secret wrestling is, it's a dance between, the good guy and the
Yep.
bad guy, but there's communication in the match that's going on. So having all that loud shit on top of the fans cheering and the, all that interaction, it makes it a little bit harder. I mean, and then you can argue, oh, well, that's where your professionalism comes in. You don't need to talk. Yeah, I
Yeah, yeah.
understand that. Like, wrestling is its own language, and you don't necessarily, you can do it without speaking. You can just work. You kind of just have that innate ability. But if you're someone who is not as experienced, you need that guidance from a ring general to kind of give you instruction, and something like that can really fuck with you. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
I hated it.
yeah. I get that, but I'm saying different from what you hear on TV.
Hmm.
A little something.
Hmm.
Oh, he smacked him down. Oh,
Yeah.
here's the count. You don't hear that.
No.
So that's why I was like, I expect a little something because it's
Mhm.
again it's different, whatever it is, and I understand because I
Well, I
had
think it,
done a lot of public
at the
speaking,
same
Going to
time,
a
you're
show.
public
also,
That's
events.
all it is.
it's a show where
Yeah,
you're a part of the show, so your
yeah,
engagement is more so the commentary, and it's has to do with the reaction of what you're seeing, where you can do without the commentary.
got you,
That
got you.
to an extent, the commentary is what leads you to your reaction, versus if there's no commentary, then your reaction is organic
Yeah.
to what you're
Got you.
watching, you
Oh,
see.
it makes sense. Makes sense. All right. So Wagner, I love you, baby. You, you little fat little.
This is why you wanted to come to Florida too.
That's right, dude. You understand? Me and Wagner, when we hang out, like our wives think that we're doing stupid shit. What we do, we look at people, and then
And we
we
shit
like
on
like
You
people.
guys are
wrestling.
partners for the
We
night.
just like do a whole plot, like a whole storyline, and we do like voiceovers.
You play the partner role for the night.
Yep.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
We do.
Absolutely.
We do,
Absolutely.
bro.
It's just like, you see that chick right there? Yeah, you see it? Talking to this way. She's so bored out of her mind right now. And I do that with my
Oh,
wife. When we go out, we people
I
watch.
love people watching. One of
We,
my favorite things
we
to do.
people watch all the time, man.
all right. Go
All
ahead,
right,
Joey.
so now this is Master Week. So the Masters start tomorrow. Super excited because this Super Bowl of golf now. If the listeners don't know too much about the Masters, it's played at Augusta, Georgia, every April, usually in the middle of April. And it's the biggest golf event of the year. It kicks off major championships. So I found this article is pretty cool. 35 things that make the Masters the quirkiest big event in sports, with myths, rules, and traditions not seen anywhere else. So we'll just go by a few of these crazy myths, rules, traditions. The food prices. So I have a buddy that works at the Masters. He attended University of South Carolina, so he attended the Masters every now and then. But the concession prices are dirt cheap. So I'm just looking at the menu. You could get a ham and cheese for $3, chicken sandwich $3. A beer is $5. So you could buy pretty
Get the
much the
fuck
whole
out of here.
menu for $66.
Dude,
It is dirt
and
cheap.
let me tell you, they make $70
They
million
make bank.
at their store in Augusta, and then like a hot dog there for $1.
$1.
They keep the prices
Yep.
traditional. They
It's
don't raise
dirt
it.
cheap.
Hold on. So how many people? So okay.
Two
So
thousand.
is this open to the public to attend,
So you have
or
to
is
No,
it by
enter a
ticket?
lottery, and me and Victor enter a
that,
lottery. We've been doing it for a year now, and there's a waiting
yeah.
list. You have to get chosen through the lottery to attend the Masters because it's just
Okay.
so popular and
Yeah.
it's crazy.
So
So
yeah,
all right, that's why I was asking. I was just like, because it's a big open area. Like, how do they do it? Is it, first come first serve? Is there a certain number of entries that if you just get there at a certain time? I'm not a
no.
golf guy, so this is completely
So
new to me. But when
so
you're saying that you can get the entire menu for $66, and that
66 bucks.
a beer is how much?
$5.
$5.
What kind of beer?
Domestic and import.
Yeah,
Okay,
doesn't matter.
so
$5.
so let's put this into perspective, because this is how we do shit here. Um, so at a golf outing, a beer is, you said it's what?
$5.
in a golf outing.
Oh,
Yeah.
golf outings.
Well,
No,
at
no.
this
Oh,
particular event,
$5.
Oh, it's $5.
$5. If we were in New York, for example, if you were at the Barclays or at the Coliseum,
$12, $15.
a Coors
No, it's
Light
18, almost 20
costs you $18,
to 20
bro.
bucks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get a high-end
For
IPA,
18
it's
bucks, you can
25.
get a 12 pack at a 7-Eleven. Pound that shit down in a parking lot and come in lit
Yep.
and just ride the fucking wave.
But let me explain. So again, there's a lottery, and then you had to pick. As a matter of fact, you select training day, the practice day, any of the days, whatever it is. You might get selected just for the practice.
Yeah, so
day.
it's Monday through Sunday. The practice rounds are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Then the 2 main days, Thursday, Friday, is like you compete to get into the weekend. Then Saturday, Sunday, they make the cut, and then that's
So you don't know what you're gonna get, and
Right.
that's if you get selected.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know shit about golf or how.
So
how
I mean, no, this is the Masters. I mean,
yeah, this is just strictly
the
Augusta.
Open. The
Okay.
Open is more pricing, is more expensive that you
Okay.
pay for. This is strictly what this is, but it's just fun. My partner Larry went last year. He finally won the lottery. He'd been doing it for 10 years
Really?
with his best friend. Name is Joey. So it's funny. He has a
Mhm.
Joey. I have a Joey. So
At this golf course, also at Augusta, cell phones are prohibited, so you have to keep your
Yeah.
cell phones in the car. You could get kicked out for bringing your cell phone, or they'll check you in the beginning, so they're prohibited.
Really?
And cameras are permitted as well, so you cannot bring a cell phone or a camera. So they have payphones there where you can call.
you could bring a camera.
You have to
You
get
could
a
bring a
license
professional
though,
camera.
for.
You get a license.
Really?
You
Yeah.
can't bring your
Why is
cell
it so
phone
strict?
because it's
Well, what's the
So, like,
logic
for
behind
very
it?
private.
Or the
because it's private.
Very private.
really?
Yeah, so you could, if you have a press pass, then you put like
Yeah.
Instagram, social media, that's fine.
No cell
But
phone.
regular
Yep.
Joe, no cell phone,
They have
nothing like that. They
payphones
want
on the
shit.
course, so if you need to call someone outside, then
yes,
you have to use a payphone.
Wow.
The whole reason being they don't want any interruptions. They want you to really enjoy the moment and have fun. That's a more focus on that. It's not about shooting videos and trying to post it on social media. They don't really
Huh.
care about that much. I mean, it is part of it,
Yeah.
but it's about keeping the tradition. That's why the prices at the of the clubhouse is
It's
low,
very
because
cheap,
they haven't
dirt
changed
cheap.
it like
Wow.
forever.
Okay. Well, that's actually. I mean, well, how's inflation? You know,
It
I mean,
hasn't
Costco.
stayed the same. It's stayed
Really?
the same.
Really?
See,
So they're following the 150 the $1.50
Well,
hot
because
dog
they
rule
know
that
they'll sell it
Costco
out
has.
instantly. That they bring in all these people.
it's not that. What they sell, people know that Augusta's coming. It's the same brand that they're selling. They actually pay to put their brand out there. So it's marketing for Budweiser, for any beers,
Okay.
the hot dog brands. It's a marketing expense for those companies. Like, I'm gonna sell this shit at dirt cheap. This is my price. Do you want to be in here? If we don't sell a whole lot of it, and your name's gonna be spread out to
That's
15,000 people. I think, I don't know how many thousands is
Mhm.
out there. I think it's 15,000, probably like 1,002 or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. But
That's
Joey, but
interesting.
the Masters, you being the degenerate of gambling in the
Oh
group
yeah.
here.
I'm placing my bets all
Um,
tonight. I'm putting a good amount of money.
So, are you gonna place your bet on Tiger,
Mm,
McElroy, or Suffer?
Tiger's my favorite golfer ever. I grew up on Tiger. He got me into the game of golf, but I don't trust him betting wise. You don't bet with your heart, you bet with your head. So not betting Tiger there.
That's bullshit. How many times you bet in your fucking team? You
No,
lost,
I
you
don't
piece of
bet on
shit.
my favorite team. I don't bet on the Yankees.
Dude, I saw you
Not
bet
on the Yankees.
so many
Not on the
times
Yankees.
on the freaking on the Devils
Oh, well,
game.
they suck, and the Giants suck too. I love them, but when they suck, they suck. I'll bet against them. Not the Yankees this year. We're 10-2 so far. But what I do bet in the Masters is I bet on top 20 finishes, and I bet on who makes the cut or not. And I'll sprinkle some money on the outright winner, which in golf, it's very hard to win a bet on the outright winner because you have a field of
Is it?
hundreds of golfers.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt. This with ginger ale. Holy shit, bro! It tastes like
That's why it's
candy.
on the website.
It tastes like fucking candy,
That's
bro.
why it's on the
I'll stick
website.
to
Yeah.
ice.
I have no ice. I had to walk out.
I'll
It tastes like
stick to
candy.
ice.
I'm sorry, Joey. This is your
No, Scotty
moment,
Scheffler
and I
is
don't want to
the
rob
is
you
the
of it.
favorite to win the tournament, but
He is
I'm not gonna bet him.
4 to
So
1.
I have a few others that I'm looking at. Win some money there.
Yeah.
But golf season is upon us. Me and Victor are gonna
It
go play. I need to talk to Diana. Borrow him for a
How's the
day.
market? How's the market doing today?
The market was weird today, bro.
No shit,
Yeah,
it was.
it was start off terrible.
The CPI came
Yeah,
out.
and inflation is still very high.
It's always going.
No, inflation came in higher than they expected,
Yeah, but
and they're
rate
not
5
bringing
is
in
not bad.
any reductions in the next couple of months where they were supposed to.
They're not. You know why? I mean, okay. Let me explain why with the rate high, whatever. The
Yes,
inflation
please
five,
do,
the
please do.
three point
Please, here
five.
we go. Ding,
Oh,
ding, ding.
shut the fuck up. The
Play it
the
to
three
me.
point five. Yes, they want it lower, whatever the case would
Yeah,
be, but it's still not terrible. It's actually not bad. It can be better. Yeah, but
are
is it
you
gonna be better?
sweating when we talk about money?
No.
So Vic, this leads you
Hey, look.
into our next segment that
Yeah, it's
actually
like the next
That's
segment.
why
very
I was
good.
talking about it.
And then, but let me explain why. For a while, I was like, okay, why the feds are increasing the rates and should be dropping the rates to be more affordable? Again, like, no, it's not even that, bro. It's not the government doing that. The reason being, like I explained to Wagner in the podcast that we're not going to post. Um,
I think
For
Victor
a later
we
date.
didn't air that. Yeah, I think we didn't air that one because you didn't want to see. You didn't want to admit
No,
you were wrong.
because I won the fucking argument.
You
But
didn't.
look. Right now we buy an hour. We don't have a fucking another hour to fucking discuss this shit. Okay, the reason being is debt. Debt is what counts on currency. What counts how the whole economy run. So a higher the rate will allow banks to lend out more money at the higher rate because investors will buy into it. The lower the rate, the more tighter the credit requirement for you to get a loan. That's what it is, right? And Wagner in our industry is the opposite.
Yeah,
Okay,
yes it is.
so the inflation, yeah, it's not what they wanted. I get it, but overall, it's actually not that bad.
No, it's
How it
not
was
as bad. Yeah,
forecast,
you're
yeah.
right. Yeah, I agree.
So,
It's
but
not as bad as what they had originally forecasted. Is it higher than what they wanted? Yeah, but they
yeah,
wanted it where it was so that they could bring in drops
correct.
so that they could strategically plan. I think four rate decreases over the course of the next year,
Yeah, yeah,
leading into conveniently leading into the election. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. I mean,
what's gonna win somebody, votes? People keeping their money. Yeah, I get it. But
look. Right now, we are in the lame duck season
hmm
in the political realm. People, I mean, obviously there'd be a lot. I mean, especially in Congress, everything's up for grabs. Obviously, the GOP is going to lose a lot of seats in the House of Representatives because it's a shit show. And there's a lot of progressive, way far left that shouldn't have any seats. And there's less moderates. Actually, moderates are not running, which is scary to me because I'm a conservative Democrat, um, which we need some balance. But at the end of the day, Congress and the House doesn't really run the Fed. It's actually business owners and how the market is actually dictated and how much money is
no,
being
I don't
lent
agree
out.
with that. I think it's the asset management companies that really run the Fed
Yeah,
until
yeah, yeah. I mean, behind the money. Like for example, like right now, what's going on, especially in our market, where all this shit is going on with Par, with Yellowstone, with all this stuff. Before I had a line lined up and they backed away because of the bad news, right? So right now I still
well,
got to do
yeah,
the song and
that's
dance and
gonna
try to get private money,
yeah.
So it just fucking sucks. But it actually leads to the next segment, which you highlighted, and it's funny part, or what you highlighted, and like this is kind of cool, because Joy and I talked about this, like, hey, I want to buy some gold. right? Because hey, you're buying gold. Are you really losing money? No, it's actually a tangible asset.
No, exactly. It's a tangible asset. The thing is that there's no real determination of being able to calculate if this is a finite asset because gold
It
has
actually
mined and found. So if it's not a finite asset, it doesn't make it as valuable.
but gold is actual value. Gold is
It's
worth
a
a
hard on
lot.
asset.
Yeah, and then right now is worth, I think it's like $2,600,
2300 2300
Yeah, I mean
an ounce.
it actually goes up and down, and
Mhm.
that's fine, like anything else. But like during COVID, like I invested in a company that mined gold. I made some money off it, and towards the end, I sold it off because there was no, um, for me, there was no commitment. I made my money off of it. I lost a little bit in shares, but I made my money on the dividends. But I'm thinking like, what? I have some rare coins, and I'm really interested in buying gold. Gold will hold its value. I probably will buy when it's a little less and less than that. But it's kind of interesting when you have Costco. I can't pronounce it right.
Costco.
Costco. Again, Costco selling gold. Look, Joey, this is your segment. I don't want to take over your segment here. All right, Joey's timeout. Something's going on. That's fine.
So essentially, what it says is Costco is gold. Let me see here. Sorry, we're a little off. Costco selling as much as $200 million in gold bars per Wells Fargo estimate.
Yep.
So right now, gold is 23.28 per troy ounce.
Yep.
Right.
Hold on. Actually, let me go right here. Was it gold value right now?
It's like 2300.
Gold value. I'm googling it right now. It is 2335.85. So it actually dropped a little bit. Platinum is 1048. Oh no, not platinum. It is palladium. It's PALL.
Palladium.
What the fuck is palladium?
So palladium's a different precious metal.
Okay. And then platinum is 963. Silver is always the best bet.
Yep.
It's $27. I would definitely buy a lot of silver.
I'm invested in silver. That's the only hard on asset that I buy.
Okay.
And the reason clear this out because I'm hearing an echo right now. We have this up on our end.
Okay.
So I'm investing and buying silver on a slow track, nothing crazy. And this is not financial advice for our listeners or anyone watching. But when you have assets like gold and precious metals, a precious metal like gold being $2,300, if you want to buy the full ounce of it, you don't always have $2,300 to just lay out. Your bigger chance for profits is going to be in something that's a little bit lower end, like silver, which right now is at 2372 from what I'm looking at. It's more affordable. You can buy a little bit every single day. You can't tell me that, if you wanted to buy an ounce of gold every single day, if you're, a typical working person, that you don't have $23. We spend silver.
Yeah.
We spend $23 on lunch for the most part.
Yeah.
So if you budget a certain way, you can make that. Right now, silver is going to be the next big, hard asset to accrue and accumulate on.
Like
in my opinion,
I don't mind
this
buying,
isn't financial advice.
Yeah. I don't mind buying a few ounces of gold. I probably mix it up with gold. Platinum, I'm not really sure about because platinum, whatever. But silver and gold silver isn't every single thing that you find silver and copper and gold. You find silver and copper and platinum. So silver is baseline. It's also affordable for the common folk like us.
Absolutely, which is why I'm saying like the average person has
you have silver bars.
No, I digital on packs.
No. What I want to
I'm
do
not
is
holding the physical.
I want to hold
The
the physical,
physical
so
no,
stuff.
that's very
I don't
no.
important.
want to
See,
hold the
I
physical.
I want to actually hold the
Hmm.
physical. I mean, it's kind of cool
The
that
thing is,
Yeah, Costco. Yep.
Costco.
It's a good
Costco
way to
actually sell the bar
diversify your
itself.
portfolio too. Having
You
Yeah,
physical is
can.
cool.
The thing is, then you know, if you are someone, then you have to find a place to store that, a
Safe,
safe
yeah.
or
yeah, safe.
whatever, and then you're just gonna accumulate bars and a shit ton of, metal.
Hey, it's physical at the
It
end of the day.
becomes cumbersome. It becomes
No,
cumbersome. But if at that point, then you decide, hey, I'll put it in a safe deposit box at a bank.
exactly.
If here's the problem, anything that you put into a bank, whether it's through safe deposit or whatever, when you submit your shit to a bank, they're now the custodian of your shit. So if that bank goes under, you lose that asset. Just like, is it FDIC insured? Yeah, but I get that. But
Hmm.
let's say you've totaled and accrued more than what FDIC will insure you for, you're taking a loss.
Yeah, I mean, I probably won't put it in a safe deposit box.
You
Like
want to
safe
hold it.
deposit
You want to
box.
hold it in house. You want to self custody it.
I want self custody. Look, I
It's
Well, then
have
you
safer in
can't. If
your.
you're going to self custody, you can't make it. It wouldn't be a part of your portfolio.
no. It's actually not part of your stock portfolio
Hmm.
because first of all, you don't have to pay
And it's
taxes on it.
physical.
Well,
You
no,
hold
it's
it.
physical.
It's a
Yeah,
physical asset.
yeah.
I mean, I will buy gold. I will buy silver. I will put in my own personal safe, or I'll make sure it's in the right in a place. I have rare coins like that I purchased from a
Oh, do
collector.
you?
Yeah, with Queen's Elizabeth, some
Nice.
coins from
I
some
always want to get
old
into that, but I don't have the
um.
knowledge of like which
No,
coins are
do
rare
I?
and
But
all
you
that
could
shit.
get a
The other thing
graded.
too
No,
is like, yeah,
yeah,
the
I
other
have to
thing
get.
too is like there's a lot of like uh, not sketchy chicanery, let's call it, in there
Yeah,
where certain vendors or coinists will polish and shit like they do sketchy shit to make their coins more valuable, like polishing them with
Or they'll say it's
sulfur and
one
all this
Ave
other
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
purity. That's how you.
Yeah, and so it's like, it's
yeah.
like, all right, at that point now we're dealing in NFTs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It becomes that sketchy.
look, the stuff I purchased wasn't expensive, but he knew that I British history, especially for Queen Elizabeth, and stuff like that, and especially like old like the items like gift shop things like for
Yeah.
the Olympics. For me, it has a value, and definitely later down the road, it will be worth money. There's these pennies that is made off of a type of silver besides copper or whatever it is that's been tested, stuff like that. I'll dabble a little bit into it, not too much, because again, I'm not super knowledgeable on that. I just find it so cool that you go to a wholesale store and buy a gold
Gold bar.
bar, but obviously it's not 100% pure gold, because nothing's 100% pure gold. It's
No,
like this 99 point whatever
it's
it
not.
is.
Same thing with silver. It's never
It's mixed with
100%.
silver
It's
and
always
zinc or whatever it is.
99.9. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it's so cool, like because God forbid what happens in 20 and 50 years from now. We have no idea. Maybe our life will go back to black eye and gold, whatever it
Oh
is.
yeah.
Black eye means silver. I'm sorry, guys.
Silver.
As gold, as its currency.
Hey, you never
Um,
know. Knock on wood. I mean, there could be a nuclear war. You have your gold. I got my heroin. So.
Jesus, you and this heroin.
You
I gotta
enjoy
talk
your
to
heroin.
Chris, bro. Hold on. Let's put the gold.
Jesus Christ, Joe.
Joey, bro, you're a little dark today. What's going on,
You've never
brother?
had those scenarios where, like, oh, it's your last day on Earth. What would you do?
No, my last day on Earth. Okay, you guys heard me say my last day on Earth. What I want to do? I want to kidnap two midgets and do like a police chase down on Los
You won't want to
Angeles.
finger bang on those
As-
midgets too.
But
No,
see,
what the hell's wrong with you, bro? You won't get me, dude. I won't get so much in trouble. Guys, I'm an ordained elder. you gotta you gotta you're in trouble. I don't care.
No, it's a story we had in Vegas. That's for a
Yeah,
story another time.
Oh yes, dude, Joey, please share the story. Please share the story.
So
Well, give me a sec. You share the story. I need another ice cube for my drink. I'll be right back.
all right.
Oh, I actually need an ice cube myself.
Yeah, right before
Dude, hurry up.
I started.
Joe, tell the story. We'll get ice.
Get ice. So on my bachelor party.
Wait. You gotta wait.
Yeah,
Whatever.
let's
Let's
wait
talk
till.
about the betting. So who are you gonna bet on the
Oh,
Masters?
dude, I have to log into my account, but I got a few here. So right now, I am looking at Brooks Koepka, Will Zalatoris, Max Homa to finish in the top 20, Tony Finau to
Okay,
finish
top
in the
20.
top 20, and I'll sprinkle some outright winners on Tony Finau, Jason Day, a few other golfers, Scotty Scheffler too, because he's just the outright favorite. So
All right, I'm back. Got my rock.
All right, you back. Don't talk about the story yet. Let me go get
All
some
right.
ice.
So Wagner, WrestleMania. This was the first time I tuned into WrestleMania. It's been a while. I tune in every WrestleMania and SummerSlam. Those are my two favorite pay-per-views. But this WrestleMania, I was like, wow, this is a really good product that they're putting out, and I'm really enjoying like the matches, like the scripts, and like even like I like the like they should do that more often, where it had The Rock and Roman Reigns fight Saturday night, and then they were on the main event the second night. That was awesome. I never heard
I
of
mean,
them
it
doing that.
was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome, but a lot of that had to do with the
Oh
storyline
yeah, the
that they had
bloodline
going
and
on.
all that.
You know, like they wouldn't do that like on unless it's a more involved storyline with another set of characters. They wouldn't do that. But a lot of that came down to circumstance and the fact that like you had CM Punk who
Right.
was
Yeah.
injured, like, and he was like figured into the storyline for WrestleMania and all this other shit. So like there was a lot of stuff that kind of like that came into play,
Right.
and then they had to kind of like adjust last minute, and it was just like, all right, well, what can we do, and how do we flip this and turn it into something else, then and still turn it into money
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and not make it seem forced or rushed. And they did a fucking great job with because they had enough time to build the
Oh yeah.
story,
And then I'm curious.
with between Royal Rumble and and
I'm
Mania.
curious on what they're gonna do with Roman Reigns now. Like, I'm sure that they're gonna tell him you need a break for a while. It's been a long time since you got a break. Let like The Rock do its own thing and sell some
He's gonna take
views.
some time
Yeah, I
off.
think so too.
Rock's gonna take a little bit of time
You
off.
think
I
The
think
Rock
right
will? I
now,
think he's
yeah.
just getting a part of it, and I think he could be a storyline going up to SummerSlam,
I think
maybe.
No, he they pretty much lined that out.
Okay.
They mapped that out on Raw
And
this
I
week.
just saw
That
John Cena.
he's
This
gonna
is
step.
his last year wrestling, so he's gonna retire soon. So they
wait.
might have
So
a
so
I don't know.
so I have a question. I'm like John Cena, The Rock, and Triple H. So they part of the board of the new
The Rock is
WWE
part
No,
of the
not
or
board,
Cena, just The
and the
Rock.
Triple H
just The
runs the
Rock?
Rock.
entire company now.
So
That's funny.
Rock is
He's
on the board. So is Triple H. Triple H runs. He's like creative. He runs the like the creative direction of storylines and like all that
dude.
shit.
Dwayne Johnson is
Rock is on
smart,
the
man.
board. I forget what his title is on the board.
Dude, and he was
He's
great
an
Um,
investor.
when even in
yeah,
the
he's high up
matches.
there.
Like this is my like when he
Oh
was
yeah,
like, I run the show, like to the refs during
yeah.
WrestleMania. It was so cool.
Oh, it was fucking great,
Yeah,
dude.
Dude,
He's
I
such a
mean,
good heel.
yeah.
I mean, wrestling aside, he is a person. I mean, to really look up to see how he strive and hustle. Very smart man. The last time we talked about in the third episode, we talked about football players and players who are leaving the sport and being broke. This guy
Mhm.
Yeah, he
really
left the
understand how
NFL
to
and went to
invest his
wrestling.
Well,
money.
he left the NFL and he
Was he a lineman for the Minnesota Vikings? I think he was a offensive lineman.
The practice squad.
he was a Hurricane.
No, but he got drafted by the Minnesota Vikings. He was a Hurricane, got drafted by the
Oh,
Vikings, and then I think it just didn't
I'm
work out, and so
not
he went to
sure.
wrestling, and he was awesome.
Yeah.
So he went to wrestling, but like his story or his take on his story was that like he left football or whatever, and he decided to go into wrestling, and he had like $7 to his name, which I think that's why he labeled like his company or something like that, like $7
Wow.
or some shit like that, something like that.
hmm
Something along the lines of $7 and it having a certain significance to him and how much money he had left when he made the one big decision
Hmm.
to go into wrestling or some shit like that. But
Yeah. Look,
and he's made money. He's been money.
there's quite a few people who really impress me. Look, I'm impressed with Warren Buffett, the smartness of him. But people that really impress me is Michael Bloomberg. Came from nothing, right? Meats and potatoes. His kids are not going to inherit all this wealth, right? Dwayne Johnson, all these guys who really understand the hustle and what it really means to be hungry
The
and not
grind,
lose the edge.
the grind.
Like, yeah, the grind. Like, like Michael Bloomberg. It's like, oh, whatever it
Mhm.
is. This guy he sits in the pit with all his employees. He is not far from whatever he's not far reach to reach and talk to him. He's there in the grind. Same thing with Dwayne Johnson. He's something genuine about him that excites me. Like he's a very exciting dude. He's very smart. Yeah, he probably made some poor investments.
He's
Everyone
great on
does.
the mic during the Attitude Era. He was
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Mhm.
He
Right
look.
now, he's a little bit more restricted on what he
Yeah, I
can
know
say
because
and
OJ
he's
is on the
caught.
Yeah.
mic.
He's these days because he's already caught shit for some of the stuff that he
Yeah.
said, and he was just
Yeah.
like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna roll with it
but
anyways." And
but like my son, obviously, we grew up. I grew up with Ultimate Warrior, Hulk
mhm,
Hogan, the Undertaker. The Rock is more like a
He's
little
Attitude
he's
Era.
past
attitude
my
era.
Yeah.
generation,
Different.
but
It's
just
a
a
different
little
era.
sliver of it. But for my son, what I'm saying, seeing his face, seeing the excitement, seeing that, that's a person I want my son to look up to. Say, hey, he fucking busts his ass. It
Hmm.
wasn't
Mm.
handed to him.
Yeah.
You know. All right, go ahead,
Well, I mean,
Joey.
I think for the most part, any wrestler who has had success had always never had wealth growing up because
Yeah, that's true.
as someone who's been in pro wrestling for as long as I have, I don't think I've ever met a pro wrestler who was, who came from riches and had
Yeah, it
everything
doesn't
handed to
happen.
him.
Yeah.
It
In
doesn't
in
happen.
in our space, in wrestling, in our world, if you're a wrestler, chances are you didn't come from wealth.
Hmm.
You sacrificed a shit ton. You sacrificed, relationships, you sacrificed family, you sacrificed a lot because you enjoyed and loved wrestling so much
Hmm.
that there was nothing else. You held shitty menial jobs that offered you a flexible schedule because wrestling was more important and you wanted to wrestle on the weekends or however many days that you were able to get bookings for. And you worked a flexible schedule
Because
because
you.
because wrestling was more important, and you worked a shitty job because you were like, fuck it, all right, if they give me a hard time, I just won't show up and I'll wrestle.
Yeah,
And if they
you go to
fire me,
some
fuck
other
it, I'll
shop.
go to
Yeah,
another shitty job. you
yeah,
know
yeah. Joey, so you want to share the whole little people? We can't say midget because it's politically incorrect. But this person said midget, not me. Um, and the whole story in
Yeah,
Vegas. Go ahead.
so we were on the main strip. We were coming back. We just hit up a lot of casinos. So just like ratchet ass casinos and high end casinos. We were just jumping on tables, seeing what we can win. So we get back near the Bellagio. I think it was the Cosmopolitan that we entered.
Yes, that's
So
Cosmopolitan.
before we get in, there is some dude. I guess he's sitting. He's by the doors. He's like almost not whispering in a way, but like talking softly. He's like, "Hey, I got like a few midgets that want to get finger banged." So and then they go up to Victor, and I'm like, "What was that about?" And they're like, "Oh, Victor's like." Dude, he wanted me to finger bang some midgets, and then so we go to the bar, play some games, come back. The guy's still there. He's like, Have you changed your mind? You want to finger bang these
So
midgets?"
do you want to finger bang a
Yeah.
midget?
Dude, I said no, and number nine. Niet, nine,
I was just
no,
hassling
no.
about these midgets. Like,
But that's not even one. That's like two
yeah.
dudes across the street from the Harris and whatever. I'm like,
So
what the hell?
the higher end
Yeah. Oh,
casinos.
yeah.
Oh, the Harris is not high end. That's a shit show. That's like
Being
a waste
Cosmopolitan is
sarcastic.
out.
high end.
That's like that's a waste out hairspray. Irma's. How you doing, baby?
How you doing, baby?
How you doing? Can I tickle your little dick and go get me some more?
So that's where the retired the retired prostitutes would hang. Excuse me, sex workers would hang out.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, man. I'm like,
We have a few stories to share throughout this podcast from that trip there. So,
from Vegas, dude. I mean, there's one story before we go
Don't
to
share
the
too much. The wives watch
okay, you
and
know what?
listen.
Next story. People depressed on the floor. That's all I gotta say. All right, next segment. We're gonna close out with this right here. Is Wagner because he likes dudes with freaking weird ass nipples.
What?
He sent me this shit.
That's
Dude,
the first thing.
the
The
tat-
nipples are just fucking weird.
All right. How
Look
Florida
at the freaking
are
nipples,
you?
bro. So many questions.
How Florida is this?
But look at the nipples.
I don't give a shit about
Is that inflamed? Did he like inject like
that's probably
Botox in
swelling
that
from
shit?
that's swelling from all of the tattoo work.
Holy crap! It looks so weird.
He's the Gator boy right there. He loves going to see those
All right.
Gators.
Boy.
For those who is listening, we are watching a photo of this guy with two massive alligators. Well, alligators or crocodiles? Crocodiles.
Those are gators on his
Gators
chest.
on his
One-
chest.
It's a giant chest piece of two gators, one on each pec of this gentleman, and it stretches up the back, up his chest, over his shoulders.
Yes, but his size of his nipple is like a size of a dollar.
Yeah,
It is
They're inflamed,
massive.
yeah,
And
they're inflamed.
inflamed
Yeah,
like
they're
an
very
inch
angry,
out.
very angry nipples on this gentleman.
That's some
So,
hillbilly shit.
I'm gonna assume that this is a fresh tattoo
It's gotta be.
because of the swelling and the inflammation in this guy's fucking nipples.
But I do have to pause. This guy has abs for a Florida guy. Like, he's not a fat hillbilly guy. He's got two gators on his. He's probably freaking working out, wrestling with gators.
Guy's probably a construction worker. Yeah, blue
What's that in
collar
his
guy. He's
neck?
a blue collar guy, you know.
What's that in his neck? There's like a tattoo in his neck or a piercing in the middle of like
It's
the
a
throat neck
smoker's
area?
It's a trach.
It's right. I like to swim. I like to swim.
Those commercials creeped me out when I was a kid growing up, seeing the old lady holding the hole trying to talk. Yeah. Oh, man.
Holy crap. I don't know. Good show, guys. It's a great show.
We went way the fuck over than we
Look,
expected,
I knew we were going to go. So what we learned today, don't park your car somewhere in New York City so your mirrors get stolen. Hillbilly shit, just really stop for the cops. Unless, in the South or West Virginia. I have no idea where they're located. Drink some good scotch, Monkey Shoulder. Very good. Actually, pretty awesome with ginger ale.
Yeah, some good stuff.
Great with ice. Very smooth. Really blows your mind. The profile of the flavor is not a regular scotch.
Awesome scotch.
I'm not sure why it was in the bottom shelf. This should be middle shelf scotch. Great price.
Again, not a sponsored ad. Monkey
Not a
Shoulder
sponsored
is
ad.
not providing any financial kickbacks to Degenerate Knowledge for the advertisement of this spirit. We are strictly three bros enjoying a spirit, bringing the bar experience to you guys in a fun and sexy way. If Monkey Shoulder would like to sponsor Degenerate Knowledge in the future, please message us in the comments below, or our email, or our what is it, Victor? You know all of our gimmicks.
Yeah, so it's actually on our YouTube page where you can find us. You can find us on the X. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Instagram X. Our podcast at Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Listener Note, Podcastle, where we host our podcast, as well YouTube and YouTube Music. Like and subscribe, share your stuff, comment how we sucked and how more we could suck by adding more information we could talk about. I'm definitely gonna tag Monkey's shoulder in this podcast because
It's a
I
great spirit.
really enjoyed this. It's
I did.
actually a
I
pretty
did.
good
I did like
damn
it.
one.
I definitely liked it.
Buy some gold, buy some silver.
Buy silver. Silver will
Buy
give you the
silver. Silver
biggest
is the best
yield.
bet.
There's more margin for silver right now.
Watch the Masters if you suck
This
in
is
golf.
not
Hit.
financial advice. Shit.
Advice.
You can't tell people that you can't tell people to buy it and then tell them it is not financial advice.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But again, this podcast is not meant for 100 views or 1,000 views or 1,000,000 views.
This
And
is
that's fine.
Hey,
Like
man,
and
about
subscribe.
13 views. It's about 13 views based
Oh,
off
the
of our
last
last
episode.
post.
Yeah. It's all right. But like and subscribe, share it. We just dudes want to get together and just have a conversation. We definitely love our bros. And that's pretty much it, man. Next show, hopefully next week. I'm not sure what the hell we're going to talk about because typically we figure
Stay
out
tuned.
2 days
Like and
before.
subscribe and comment.
Like and subscribe and comment.
Like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, let you know when we are up, when we post, what's going on.
We out this booch.
No, hold on. Final thoughts.
We're not out.
Final thoughts. We have
got?
like a minute. Wagner, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. People, we love you. We enjoy you guys watching us. We kicked off the show talking about addiction. If you have issues, addiction, reach out to someone. There's always help.
Yep.
Take it from me. I am a former addict. I suffered. I battled. I overcame. I'm here. I'm here for you guys. Reach out to me. Ultimo Maya at Instagram. I'm always here for you. We love you. Peace.
Joey, the gambler.
Say no to drugs and bet on the Masters.
Say no to drugs and abandoned masters. Wow, Joey. And we got to talk about your heroin fantasy. But I'm Victor. Thank you again for tuning in and listening to us. We do appreciate it. Remember to like and subscribe and share with your friends. We're actually getting better for each episode. Kind of awesome. But thank you again. We love you guys.
Peace.
Peace out.